Yo, this is a Sims 4 current household video. I know, I made the community post, and I said that I was going to do something, and I actually did it. A shocker, truly. Let's see. To start this off, I guess I'll just talk a little bit about this family before I go into introducing everybody. So, I have been playing with this household, the Silver household, since a couple of weeks ago when I made Miss Melody as a teenager, and then I just kind of built her family around that. And I have been playing with her ever since then. I played until, well, I'm still playing now, but she is now a young adult. She has graduated university and whatnot, and I like to bounce back and forth between the three separate households that were created as they got older, as time passed. So there is the main household I play with, which is Melody's, because it's kind of like a legacy thing, but not necessarily a challenge. So she's my main household, and then I like to, when things are dry here, I like to pop in with her twin brother Reed, or with her parents and her younger brother Lyric. But yeah, so this is Miss Melody Silver, which her name is Melody because her mom wanted to be a singer one day. She is a very beautiful singer. She has a lovely voice. She just wasn't able to go after her dreams because she had Miss Melody and her brother Reed, who also has a music name, and her little brother Lyric soon followed after, who, if you can't guess, also has a music name. Wow, it's almost like music was a common theme here. But yep, this is Miss Melody Silver. Like I said, she is a young adult. Her traits are introvert, music lover, creative, ambitious, friendly. This is just a whole bunch of, you know, her sexuality, she's bi and whatnot, just the usual. And she also has responsible because she aged up with responsibility. And she has an artist and sage muser, and she graduated high school early, which I did not know you could do until I played with her. And I suddenly got the notification, hey, you want to graduate early? Alright, sure. That fits her storyline. She has a bachelor's in fine arts, which she graduated with honors with. She's indoorsy, a people person. Her likes and dislikes are alternative music, hip hop music, retro, but she doesn't like cottagecore, spooky, just other stuff. She likes to bake, play the violin, guitar, piano, and sing, but she doesn't like cooking or fitness. And her favorite colors are black, blue, and pink, but she does not like the color orange. And her lifetime wish is to achieve level 10 in 3 instruments. She has one, obviously. As you can tell, she has piano, and I'm hoping to get her guitar up to level 10 soon enough, and I'm gonna have to buy her a violin so that she can level up her violin so that I can just complete that. But she is a concert virtuoso in the entertainer career, the musician branch, which means that she has maxed out the musician career. She hit level 10, and she hit it pretty fast because that music degree had put her ahead in her career. I think she ended up at level 7 of the career, and then she just grew from there. But yeah, she's making mad bank. So next up, we have Mr. Darling Walsh, who is her boyfriend. Let's just put the walls up. You're seeing too much. This is Darling. He is a sweetheart. Oh, she's coming in here. Why he do that? Why he look like that? Don't talk to him. No, don't talk to her. There we go. That's better. That's a better angle of Darling, I think. But yeah, if you guys have played The Sims 4 City Living, I'm trying to get him to stop making so many stupid faces. If you've played City Living, you would know that Darling Wash is a pre-made sim who is kind of ambiguous in gender when you first meet him, because I straight up did not know if he was a dude or not for a hot minute. And when I found out that he was assigned as female, I was like, okay, but what if he's trans? So, he is trans. He recently got his bottom surgery, which he no longer has the moodlet for, But if you go into his symbology, it says had bottom surgery, transgender, he's pan, he's out, and he did hormone replacement, which is why he does not look the same as he once did. But in Creatism, he's still set as female, but has like male attributes. But I'm gonna end up changing that to just switch it over to male because it just, I don't know, seems easier. Helps, I don't know. But he is active, sociable, goofball, a music lover, amusing, gregarious, hero, jester, and he has a stupid fear of death. I hate the fears. His favorite music is electronica. He likes fitness, singing, painting, video gaming. He likes the color gray. And his favorite fashions are preppy and streetwear, which I still have no idea how those apply to anything, but whatever. He does not have a degree because he did not go to university. He doesn't he's still not quite sure what he wants to do with his life. He makes these wooden sculptures and whatnot with the woodworking table, and he'll sell them. But like right now, he has his day jobs, well, his day job and his night job, which is mechanic and fast food. But he's thinking about quitting those and just doing woodworking full time because he's not really making that much money to begin with. Like, he's doing all of this work, he's working two jobs, and it's quite literally Melody makes all of the bank in the house. She brings in all of the money because I'll get into more of it later, but as you saw, she's level 10 in her career. She's making 500 over 500 an hour. She is making straight bank. But yup. Alright, and let's move on to our next sim. And here we are with Miss Valerie. I love her. Oh, I love her so much. She's such a sweetheart. So this is Valerie. She has animal enthusiast, lighthearted, and clever, which, as you can probably tell by now, I have modded traits in. I feel like it's kind of obvious at this point. But she likes fitness and dancing, alternative music, and gray, pink, purple, but she does not like the color yellow, which means we could never be friends because I love the color yellow. And these are her character values. She's a kid, there's not much to go on about. But as I mentioned earlier, Darling over here is trans, which means he can't give birth. Well, could, not anymore, but at one point he could give birth, but he did not. He cannot get Melody pregnant. It's honestly a plus for her. She doesn't want to be pregnant again. She barely wanted them. I'm not going to get into that. But no. Valerie is not Darling's. They're close or whatever, but she is not biologically related to Darling because her father is Malcolm Landgrab. So, yep, that's Malcolm and the Landgrab family. After a story progression took hold, I made Johnny Zest his brother because headcanon says that he just got disowned or whatever. But yep, the Landgrab family. She is the daughter of Malcolm, who wants absolutely nothing to do with her. She grew up, well, when Melody got pregnant with Valerie, she was a teenager in high school. I like to think that she was probably a sophomore or something. And she got pregnant by Malcolm one night after going to a school dance or whatever. And neither of them were happy about it, but Melody didn't want an abortion, and she also didn't really want to do adoption either. And she felt kind of stuck and conflicted because her parents, while they were extremely disappointed with her and very clearly upset, they still, they still told her that they would support her. So in the end, she had Valerie, and for a while, she had the unwanted child sentiment, but slowly but surely she worked through that, and Valerie is literally the light of her life. So yeah, she has absolutely no relation with Malcolm. And in fact, I'm pretty sure the only reason she knows him is because the game like forces them to know who their parents are. But like in the end, she's never met him. She never will because he has no interest. He pays a hefty child support, which is part of why why Darling doesn't need to work necessarily, because, the child support on top of Melody's paycheck, which is already about as much as the child support itself, he doesn't need to work. But yep, that is Miss Valerie and her stupid father, who I despise. And then, last but certainly not least, you have the baby. Oh, who's calling you? Oh, it's just Dwayne. This is Vincent. He is the newest member of the Silver household, and he was conceived via artificial insemination, if I can speak English. Yeah, so basically, they wanted a baby. More so specifically, Darling really wanted to. You can't play the guitar. Darling wanted a baby of his own, which he looks at Valerie as his own child, but at the same time, he's always had that, that paternal instinct. He always wanted to, like, I don't know how to explain it without sounding like a dick. um, no, he really wanted a baby. He's been there since Valerie grew up, since Valerie was born, actually. And, he liked it. He liked taking care of a baby and whatnot, and now Valerie's getting older. She's a lot more independent and whatnot. And he still loves her a lot, but he wanted a baby. He wanted a baby with his girlfriend, who obliged, because she's not against having a baby. She was not against having the baby, nor was she necessarily jumping up and down like, let's have a baby, let's have a baby. She was like, okay, if you want to have a baby, let's have a baby, I don't mind. But yep, she got a sperm donation from one of their neighbors, who is a gay couple, Mr. Harold Gladstone, which I'm actually going to change it so that their family tree says that Darling's his father, because that's how it would be. He would be legally adopting Vincent, and Vincent would legally be his child, because Harold's his biological father, but he has absolutely no connection to the baby whatsoever. So, yeah, that is his household, and here is their pretty cute house. I did not build this house myself. I'll get into her later, because she is actually one of the Sims that I play with. But yep, this is her house. It was built by ex-Urban Sims for her parenting predicament challenge, and I just changed things up a little bit. Obviously, if you've seen the house, you would know that there was like a sliding door here and like a porch, and you could get to the backyard via that, but I didn't like that, so I got rid of it. And yep, this is their backyard and whatnot. Obviously, Melody and Darling's room that I still have to decorate now that they have money. The nursery where Vincent lives. And then Miss Valerie's room, which I love. It is the cutest thing on this planet. I love her bedroom. Honestly, I'm envious. Little me is envious. But yeah, that is the Silver household. Well, part of it. The family tree. I'll let you see Melody's family tree, which is, her mom, her dad, and then her two brothers, Lyric and Reed. And I think we're going to jump into Reed's household next. Alrighty, we are right back, and this is our second household with Miss Morgan Freeze. I figured I would start with her because I already name dropped Reed a couple times, but this is Reed's fiance, Morgan. She is also a pre-made sim. She came with Get Together, I think. Yeah, this is Miss Morgan. I absolutely love her style. I don't know what that weird. Huh. Any whoosies. Yeah, this is Miss Morgan. She's adorable. Well, she's not adorable. She's angry because it's warm in here, and she's jealous and whatnot. But yeah, Miss Morgan. Let's see her traits. She is good, outgoing, pretty, jealous, and charismatic, gregarious, jester, and lover. And I'm pretty sure I said that I was gonna take her away her good trait, because I don't think she's a bad person, but she's in the Renegades, I believe, and I don't think she would have the good trait while she's in the Renegades. So I'm gonna take that away from her. I'm pretty sure she aged up with that, and I just never changed it. But yeah, Miss Morgan. I love this outfit. Like, I straight up, I love all of her outfits. They're all like red and black, and like I'm not a red person, but I'm here for it. um, Oh, I didn't go over Darling's aspiration. He has Friend of the World, but I'm never going to complete it because my Sims all stay in their houses most of the time because I don't want to deal with the loading screens. Any Uzis, she is Party Animal. She wants to introduce herself to 10th Sims, which, sure, why not? She can do that. That is 100% on her. But yep, she is a Simstagram searcher and a macro Simfluencer. So she also has two jobs because I have the unlimited jobs mod. That's what it's called. So she has that. And yup, that is Miss Morgan. Trying to think if there is anything else I need to say about her. Not really. I'll get into her and Reed's relationship more in a little bit once I get done with introducing Mr. Hubba Hubba Reed. I love Reed. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. He, I love him about as much as I love his sister. He, he, one of my favorite things about The Sims in general is seeing like the scale of fitness. You know, hold on. Don't worry. Address time. Like, when I first made Reed, he did not look like this. He was a little shrimpy teenager, and then he became captain of the football team, and he just slowly got more and more ripped, and it's just like, he is a great dude. I love this dude. He's obviously very athletic, as you can tell, but this is Melody's twin brother, Reed. And he is, I don't know what all to say about him, really. I mean, I love him to death. He's definitely a jock type, but he's not like a jockey a-hole kind of guy. He's not going to bully you for being a nerd. He's not going to shove you in a locker or anything, but he is definitely athletic. But yep, he has the Hall of Famer lifetime wish, which is reach level 10 of the fitness career in the professional athlete track, but I'm pretty sure I gave him bodybuilder because it had a higher pay with his degree. Yeah. Yeah, his degree because he went to college. Morgan did not go to college. I did not mention that. Morgan and Darling both didn't go to college. Morgan didn't go because she didn't think that she needed it to be a social media influencer, which she's right. She really doesn't need college to do that. And Darling didn't go because he didn't know what he wanted to do with his life. But Melody and Reed both went and graduated to college. With Reed graduating with honor. Well, did he? No. Yeah, he graduated with honors with a bachelor's degree in biology. But these are his traits. He is active, smug, a bro, ambitious, romantic, jester, and sage. And he has high metabolism, but that's stupid. And he's allergic to bees. um, he did not age up. I thought he aged up. No, he aged up with emotional control. I knew he aged up with like one of the character value traits. I just couldn't remember which one. But yeah, that's Mr. Reed. He likes cooking, fitness, handiness, and guitar, but he does not like baking. He's the opposite of his sister, but they are very close. He likes alternative electronica and hip hop. And his favorite colors, Stoopy Poopy, are blue, red, and gray. Oh, I am inside of him now. He is a people person, and like I said, biology degree. But yep, that's Reed. He's a one cool dude. He and Morgan have I'll get into that later. He and Morgan have been together since high school. Obviously, all of them have. This is actually the apartment that all five of them. I can count. The five of them all used to live here together, and then Darling and Melody moved out to, get their own place, to move out. and expand their family because they want to expand their family and they can't really do that if they're living with their brother and vice versa. They want to have a baby, which is why they have the nursery all set up like this, and then you have Morgan's office, which I'm probably gonna add in some like fitness equipment for Reed because he's so used to like having when he grew up in a house with a basketball court like in their backyard, and their dad had like a punching bag and whatnot, and he's used to having more like equipment than just doing push-ups and sit-ups. So yep, they've been together for a while. They go together well. They're happy together. I love them so much, and they are engaged. I actually have pictures of it, and I'm so glad I got pictures. I keep hovering over this because I want to see how much time they have left before they age up, but then I remember I turned off aging. So, yeah. But that is Reed. I pop in here the second most because I normally just play with Melody's family. But I like coming in here. I really want to get her pregnant. But as it stands right now, last time that I checked her period tracker, which does come with wicked ones. Let's see. Is it gonna tell me or is it just gonna? There we go. Yeah, she's not. She can't get pregnant right now. She's not fertile. But when that day does come, I will have her try. I'll have them try for a baby because I would really like them to have their little one because Reed really likes kids. He's definitely a family man. He was really bummed out when Melody moved out, and because that he no longer gets to see his niece every day, which I get. But yep, that is their section of the Silver family, and I'll go ahead and I'll pop right on over to the final household. Alright, and here we are with the final part of the Silver family, which, oof. Okay, so I should probably open up this part by saying I filmed this last part separately from the rest of them because I had to go to work. So I'm like so dead brain right now, so I am so sorry if my brain kind of lags and there's a lot of pauses because I really don't want to have to retake this. But yep, this is the last section of the Silver household, the matriarch, the patriarch, and the baby of the family. This is Miss Elena, the matriarch, or yeah, I'd say Elena. So she, ah, okay, walls down. I can't do walls up. She is, as you can see, she's thinking about a baby boy. She is serious, a foodie, a homebody, family oriented. She has absolute pitch. She is domestic, a caregiver, fear of fire. She has started a lot of fires. And she has a fear of death, which is unfortunate for her because she is an elder. But, yup, that is Miss Elena, and as you can see, she is cooking up dinner because she has maxed out her cooking skill, like, fully. Like, she is a fantastic cook. I never really got her into baking or gourmet, but, like, maxed out her cooking skill pretty quickly because she was the only one other than Reed who would cook. But yeah, she does not have a job. She's a stay-at-home mom, has been since the beginning. She is an absolute queen. She wants. I swear, I will beat. I get one of my biggest pet peeves in the Silver household specifically is that Elena will be cooking up like a feast, and one of the boys, it's always one of the boys, will go to the fridge and just start like grabbing pancakes and old pancakes. And I'm just like, dude, she is making you a feast, and you are doing what? This is why I leave the game pause when I do these things. Anyways, successful lineage. She wants to have a child complete a lifetime aspiration, and that child will most likely be Miss Melody. And I'm gonna have her try to do that soon because I will be turning aging back on for my Sims relatively soon because he's ready to age up into an elder. But I paused aging, so it never happened. Anyways, yeah, she's also. I gave her the infertile trait because every other week they were calling my phone and going, "Should we have another baby? Should we have another baby?" And at the very start of the game, she got pregnant. And I was like, "Absolutely not. Mm-mm." Deleted that pregnancy. It never happened. And I just took away her ability to have children. I was not. The only baby that's a part of the storyline is Miss Valerie. Yep, is Miss Valerie. Anyways, this is grandpa slash husband slash father. That makes it sound Alabama-y. This is Mr. Seth Silver. He is absolutely amazing. I love him. He has one tattoo. That's my favorite thing about them, is that she's not a tattoo person. She doesn't really like them, but I don't think you can see it, but they both have a matching heart tattoo because they are the love of each other's lives. But yep, this is Seth. You can see where Reed gets his athleticism from because it is not his mother, who I did not go over her likes and dislikes. She likes blues, hip hop, and jazz, but she doesn't like alt pop or spooky. She likes to cross stitch, dance, bake, garden, cook, and sing, but she does not like fitness. You can see who Melody got that from. And her favorite colors are blue, brown, and white. And I think I got everything. She didn't go to college. Honestly, neither did Seth. I in my head canon, they most likely got pregnant with. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense because they're elders. I don't know. I don't know how they ended up here, but with no college degrees. But honestly, they're happy and they're not very rich. I'm not even gonna try to lie and say that they are making enough money to support their family. They're really not. They never have been. He really needs to level up in his career. But since I don't play this, I play this household the least, so he doesn't go to work like he's supposed to. Anyways, this is Seth Silver. He wants to be a bodybuilder. He wants to reach level 10 of the athlete career in the bodybuilder track, and I hope he gets that. I'll probably have to play them for a little bit before he passes away, because I would like them to complete their aspirations before they die. He. I could have sworn he maxed out his fitness. He's close to maxing out his fitness. I know that Reed has, if I remember correctly. But yeah, these are his traits. He is eccentric, active, loves the outdoor, goofball, ADHD, high metabolism, hero, jester, and he doesn't want a child right now. He has asthma, which I don't remember him being diagnosed with, but he must have been, obviously, which I find so funny because he is literally all about sports, sports, sports. And I'm not trying to say you can't play sports with asthma, but you know, breathing. My cousin has asthma, so sometimes he would have to go inside and take a hit from the inhaler when we were playing a little bit too much. But yep. And if you can't tell, I basically let me go over his likes and dislikes. He likes retro music, Americana, and jazz. He likes dancing, gardening, handiness, mischief, fitness, but he doesn't like to cook or bake or sing. And he likes red and blue, but he doesn't like the color black. Now, what I was going to say, indoorsy people person and energetic. I don't have my Sims go outside, so this kind of contradicts his love the outdoors thing, but it is what it is. But as I was about to say, I made them basically polar opposites. She's more serious, she likes to stay indoors. Obviously, she likes to cook and sing, and she's more on the creative end of the spectrum, while Mr. Seth is definitely more outdoorsy. He's down for a hike, doesn't like to cook. He is basically useless when it comes to anything but fixing things. Which honestly, that works out great for them because Elena's not very good with her hands. It was done that. But yeah, Mr. Seth Silver, absolute. Like when I made him, honestly, thirst trap. But yeah, I love him, Mr. Seth Silver. And now let's move on to the youngest member of the sibling. Well, not of the family because that would be Vincent, but the youngest of the three Silver kids. I just realized that I did an entire introduction without redoing the recording. I'm so sad. This is Lyric. He is my acne ridden baby of the family. of that part of the he's the baby. He's the baby of the three siblings. He is constantly covered in acne. Melody never had acne. Reed occasionally broke out, but like it was very rare. But Lyric, I don't remember a time where he did. He didn't have acne when he first aged up into a preteen because I had the preteen mod, and then he just started getting really bad acne. And if you can't tell, he looks nothing like his siblings, like the older two, you know? Which is funny to me because, well, actually, it makes sense because I made Seth and Elena by basically doing the little play with genetics thing in CAS, and I made Elena, and then I made Seth. I think that's how I did it. I did something like that. I don't really remember very well how I made them. I didn't record it. I think I should have. But yeah. But I know that I directly like made him from them with Play with Genetics. While Melody, I just kind of whipped up out of nowhere. And I think I might have just done make a twin brother for me or whatever for for Reed. Anyways, Lyric, yay! He wants to be an indie developer. Ignore that. I don't know why I clicked it. He wants to be an indie developer, which is a cool deal. I will be playing him when his parents pass away because, they've lived their life. And honestly, probably before then, once I complete their aspirations, I will most likely start playing with Lyric once Lyric moves out, if he ever moves out. I don't know, he seems like a bit of a homebody. But he is obviously in high school. He is a B student. He needs to do his homework and stop goofing off. My biggest pet peeve about The Sims 4 is that no one goes to their jobs, no one goes to school like they're supposed to. Like, in The Sims 3, everyone would just, move along. Even, like, when you aren't playing them, they'll always go to work. Or, like, they'll occasionally miss work or be late for work. But every single time I come into this household or I go into Reed's household, no one is at work. When I go to play someone else, no one's at work. No one's even making an effort to go to work. It is so frustrating. You people are poor because you don't go to work unless I'm there to babysit you. Anyways, rant over. Yeah, he's a B student. He should be an A student if he, would stop playing on his computer. He is pretty good at programming. He's level 8 because he's been programming since he was a preteen. I don't care about the relationships. Oh, I'll go over that later. Um, oh, he's about to age up to a young adult. He's a genius, serious, socially awkward, geek, muser, because I guess that's creative. And he's an sage and an artist, and he's afraid of the dark, which got very irritating when he was a kid, and he was constantly waking up with monsters. But he likes alternative music, kids' radio music, retro music, spooky music, and S-pop. He likes dancing, mischief, programming, video games, but he doesn't like to do fitness or singing. He is not like his parents at all. He is the oddball out. And his favorite colors are red and purple. Now, I think that covers everything with Lyric. So, to just go over some basic things. When they moved into this house, which I built this house, by the way, I'm very proud of it. I built it like this on purpose, where you see all this space up here that could have been another bedroom. No, because I wanted it to be a 3-bedroom house because that fit my storyline. But this is Elena's room. I just realized I did not give a tour of the apartment that Reed and Morgan live in. But I kind of did. I showed off the nursery and the office and show off their bedroom, which whatever. But yeah, this is Elena and Seth's room and their bathroom that they did not have to share with their kids. And this room used to be Lyric and Reed's, which became it was always kind of a problem because there is an age gap between them. So Reed was a teenager, he was a child, and I kind of like headcanon it to be since they were in sophomore year. 16 excuse me, 16 to like 12 or something. They had like a 4 to 5 year age gap, which and also just conflicting personalities in general. You know, when Reed became a preteen and he started programming and he got the computer, he would stay up all night, like, programming or playing video games, which would make Reed mad. It would tick him off because he would be banging on the desk, he'd be getting mad, and there were more than one occasions where Reed would just, like, snap at him. They would argue. Elena would come down and basically tell them both to get lost and go to bed. But, you know. And then this used to be Melody and Valerie's room before they obviously moved out with Reed. Hence why there's one bed in here and a toddler bed in here. This is Valerie's room now for whenever she comes to. Well, I have to update it. I just realized that I have not updated this bedroom. But this was Valerie's little room before she aged up. I like to imagine, now that I realize I never fixed this, that she's short for her age and she can still, like, sleep somewhat comfortably on the toddler bed. Even though that probably doesn't make any sense to you guys, but I feel like it does to her. And she's like, "No, Grandma, Grandpa, don't get me a new one. It's okay, I'm fine." And they're like, "We're gonna get you a new one. Just give us some time to save up the money." But yep. And to go over their relationships a little bit more, because I didn't really cover it. He's obviously not close with Reed. They argued a lot when Reed still lived here, but he is very close to Melody. Melody was always the middle ground between them. You know, she was a sweet older sister to both of them because Reed is the second oldest. And she's obviously much closer with Reed than with Lyric, but she's still he looks up to her a lot. You know, she graduated high school early, which he would like to do. He just can't get his life together. She went to college and graduated with distinguished and honors, which he kind of wants to do too. Like, he wants to follow in her footsteps, just without the music, because he's not a fan of, he doesn't want to sing. And he's obviously not close with Valerie because he was a kid when she was there, and he was actually very jealous when she came along because he was the baby. And then all of a sudden, she's here and she's taking all the attention from him, and he just, I don't know. He never was fond of Valerie. They're fine now, obviously, but yeah. And then you have, I don't know how he's never met Darling when that's literally the dude that, I guess I just never had him introduce himself to Darling, which I'll have to do, and I'll probably have to fix their relationships because I'm about to beat this boy. Your mother just made you a steaming hot plate. What is this? What even is this? Chicken stir fry. She made chicken stir fry and you're eating cold pancakes? Like, you didn't even put it in the microwave. You're just eating cold pancakes that are like days old, dude. Like, God. Can't stand these people. But no. Oh my God. Yeah, I have to fix their relationships with their kids' partners because it makes no sense for him to not know Darling. And while it makes more sense that they're not super close with them. Who is Lou? Who is Lou? He's kind of. Oh, because he's a werewolf. That's why I don't know him. I never really played with the werewolf. I had a werewolf sim, and then I just kind of stopped playing with the pack. I know. But yeah, that I feel like that about covers it because this video is getting very very long, and I don't know how to cut things out. Well, I do. I just don't know what to. Anywhoosies, that's about it. Thank you for watching the Silver Family. I'm not going to make I'm not going to make like a let's play out of it because this is just my current household. Maybe a few generations down I might do something, but I don't really know what I would do. But other than that, yeah, that is about it. I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh, it did not stop recording. Bye-bye.